Hello, and welcome to episode 15 of Embracing Mastery, the podcast where I hope to offer inspiration based on my own journey of transformation to anyone who would like to become empowered and sovereign. Today's episode is based on my post titled, The Thinking Heart. Don't underestimate its power. The human heart. We have so much to learn about this extraordinary organ. In the past, the brain has received most of the credit for the genius, strength, and ingenuity found within the human body. Recently, though, scientists have turned their attention to the power of the heart. We have reached a point in our evolution that requires us to learn to speak energy fluently. Our search to understand the essence of health, as well as our newfound passion to form a mature relationship with spiritual dimensions of our lives, has led us to this crossroads. Caroline Myss. The Heart's Code. In 1996, Drs. Gary Russick and Linda Schwartz, a team of pioneers who founded the field of energy cardiology, presented their unique discoveries about the true nature of the human heart in 2 papers. Their findings: the heart has its own innate intelligence, which is composed of energy or life force and radiates at a momentum faster than the speed of light, forming a bubble around us, a 360-degree energetic field composed of our unique frequency and vibration. In 1998, Dr. Paul Pearsall published The Heart's Code, Tapping the Wisdom and Power of Our Heart Energy, which expands upon these 2 papers and has just recently begun to garner the attention it deserves. Pearsall was able to see and decipher the energetic symphony of the heart and the brain. Dr. Pearsall, who passed away in 2007, was a psychoneuroimmunologist, which is a licensed psychologist who studies the relationship between the brain, our immune system, and our experiences with the outside world. He was also a member of the heart transplant study team at the University of Arizona School of Medicine and senior research advisor for the Human Energy Systems Research Laboratory at the University of Arizona. And Dr. Pearsall did his postdoctorate work at the Harvard and Albert Einstein School of Medicine. Let's just say that he was no slouch. In his book, Dr. Pearsall expertly integrates the discovery of the thinking heart and the information-carrying energy with his own first-hand experience treating heart transplant patients and research of the human energy field. Pearsall offers many interesting perspectives which speak to my own understanding of consciousness, the nature of our existence as physical aspects of life force, and the role of the human heart plays in this energetic dance we call life. Not surprisingly, these concepts have been echoed by numerous mystics, shamans, and healers throughout the ages. I can easily assert that the concepts in this book will change the way in which you perceive yourself and your relationship to the material world. And more specifically, a richer understanding of the human heart allows us to see how we have become increasingly detached from our heart connection, while overly dependent on the brain. We are relying on the brain to do all the work, and it just wasn't meant to be that way. The heart and the brain are meant to work together in a magical symphony of resonance and vibration. The heart bringing in the higher knowledge of the soul, while the brain decoding and translating this knowledge to interact with the material world. Let's dive into a few key concepts which weave the wisdom of Pearsall's book with my own understandings about the nature of the heart. Energy and information are the same things. The foundation of the most recent discoveries suggests that the heart thinks, cells remember, and that both of these processes are related to an as yet mysterious, extremely powerful, but very subtle energy with properties unlike any other known force, the heart's code. This subtle energy can be known as consciousness, life force, prana, or chi. Number 1, energy equals information equals matter. 2, everything that exists has energy. Energy is full of information, and stored info in energy is what makes up cellular memories. Number 3, all energy contains information which creates matter in the physical universe. Number 4, our thoughts and beliefs create our physical reality. Literally, this is not a metaphor. We are energetic beings by nature. I don't mean that as a metaphor. It's actually what we are. What we call mind, consciousness, or our intentions are really manifestations of information-containing energy. We are energetic beings by nature. Our body is just the temporary vehicle for this physical manifestation. The soul, or consciousness, giving awareness to the body, is composed of energy which contains an innate intelligence. The heart is the primary generator of info energy. The heart is the communication device for the higher self, which delivers messages to us through emotion. In fact, Pearsall calls it the thinking heart and has observed this phenomenon throughout his extensive research and interactions with organ recipients post-transplant. In an essay excerpt of an interview with Pearsall by Hal Bennett and Susan Sparrow, the details of this relationship are described as follows. Paul Pearsall is one of many researchers who has observed that transplant patients who have received an organ from another person's body may also receive much more, what he calls their cellular memories. Recipients have reported inheriting everything from donors' food cravings to knowledge about his murder, information that in one case led to a killer's arrest. As a result of these and other research findings, Pearsall is now convinced that the heart has its own form of innate intelligence that we are only rarely aware of in modern life. In his view, the heart processes information about the body and the outside world through an info-energetic code, a profuse network of blood vessels and cells that serve not only as our circulatory system, but as an energy information gathering and distribution system, much like a complex telephone network. What's more, he believes that the soul, at least in part, is a set of cellular memories that is carried largely by our hearts. Predictably, such views have met with opposition in the medical world, but in his view, the implications of these theories, that the heart thinks, cells remember, and communication can therefore transcend the boundaries of time and space, are too important for him to dismiss. Furthermore, Dr. Andrew Armour, the Canadian neurologist and professor, discovered and wrote a book about his finding that the heart is a sensory organ and a sophisticated information encoding and processing center with an extensive intrinsic nervous system sufficiently sophisticated to qualify as a heart brain. Dr. Armour calls this small but complex nervous system the little brain in the heart. His discoveries reveal to us that heart's nervous system contains about 40,000 neurons, called sensory neurites, which actually communicate with the brain. The idea that we can think with our hearts is no longer just a metaphor, but is, in fact, a very real phenomenon. We now know this because the combined research of 2 or 3 fields is providing that the heart is the major center of intelligence in human beings. Joseph Pearce. Thoughts and beliefs matter. Literally, they materialize. We are a walking bubble of energetic information that forms the basis of our interaction and experience in physical reality. As we perceive, choose, and take action, so reality becomes. Because we are manifestations of the info energy coming to, flowing within, and constantly being sent out from our total cellular system, who and how we are is a physical representation of a recovered set of cellular memories. Pearsall, the Heart's Code. The brain is a receiver. The physical brain is primarily a reactive health maintenance system rather than a contemplative feeling system. Pearsall, the Heart's Code. The brain is a biological translation device, not to be used as the source of our wisdom, but rather as a receptor. Wisdom is derived from the intelligence of the heart. The heart needs to be allowed to do its job. Humanity is beginning to develop a richer understanding of what has previously been known as metaphorical or theoretical. That is, the answers to transforming your life to its highest possible joy and potential lie within the understanding that our connection to the heart and brain needs to be brought back into balance. Or more specifically, the realization that we have allowed the brain to take over the job of the heart, and the heart needs to be given back its responsibility. It's simple, but not an easy task. The trick is to train. It's a practice, really. The brain to do its job without overpowering or preventing the heart from playing its role, which is to provide the higher knowledge and emotional knowing of the soul. What does this have to do with reality creation? Everything, actually. When you are disconnected from your emotions and the vibrations of your heart, you aren't receiving the entire message you need to discern the best choices for you in each moment. You are turned on but not tapped in. To use a metaphor to illustrate this idea, you are like an iPad that is turned on but not connected to Wi-Fi. Without a connection to the network, you aren't actually as effective in building and creating your reality. So allow your brain to relax its fierce hold on reality so that you can access the emanations and wisdom of the heart. Practice reawakening the symphony that the heart and soul were meant to play in your daily experience. And find the power of becoming a sovereign being in your life. Become the creator. This is our destiny. To read this post or any of my other writing about the Path of Mastery, please go to www.angelsEvolution.com or medium.com/@JenniferHeflin. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, may the light shine in you, with you, and through you.